Previously on UFC Primetime.
The fight persona and mentality is a subset of really what a human being is. Carlos is not as angry inside as he is focused and fierce. But at the end of the day, Carlos will bring the world championship to Albuquerque, New Mexico.
In order to love fighting, I have to hate it. And if you ain't there to where you hate it, then good luck trying to love this.
I pray every night that Nick Diaz win that fight. I beg Dana and Lorenzo to fight Nick Diaz.
Pump it up, knock me out, come on!
Nick Diaz deserves to be beat down.
A lot of guys have overlooked me. A lot of guys underestimate me.
I don't think George is hurt. I think he's scared. What's up? Where you at, George?
I know that George wants to fight Nick Diaz really bad, but you know, I have other plans.
I pray every night that Nick Diaz win that fight. Nick Diaz deserves to be beat down.
I feel like people are already counting me out, and you know, that's a mistake. You know, I'm coming to fight.
I expect a war, you know. Nick's a warrior, and you know, we're gonna step in there and we're gonna get after it from bell to bell until one of us doesn't move anymore.
We're at crunch time. We're at that time where we got to put it all together, and we're running out of time. Everything that we've been doing, everything that's been leading up to this has to come together now. It's like a project, and this is the final time for it.
He tends to be training at weird hours, for sure. When you think about the fight, you can't get out of your head and you want to train, and the other guy, you know the other guy's not doing it. That's, you know, it's a big mental edge. I love the guy if he needs help and he wants to train at midnight, you know, let's do this.
I think about the fight the whole time. I usually, as soon as I sign and I know I'm fighting, that's when I really start to think about the fight. I figured that this is a better opponent than any of these other guys that are out there. And you fight the way this guy fights, then it's a dangerous fight.
Keep working. Come on, last round.
I think I've gotten a taste of both worlds. Guys trying to take your head off, and then guys trying to hold you. And I think this guy's definitely more so trying to take your head off.
His pressure, you know, whether you're hitting him or he's hitting you, he's not getting tired and you are. I don't really see anything in Carlos Condit's game that is more dangerous than the things that we've been throwing at Nick throughout this training camp. I've hit Nick with some really hard shots that I've dropped other people with, and not only does it not faze him, but it doesn't move him back an inch, it doesn't slow him down, he doesn't seem to even care about it. He said he's a fighter, and there's not too many guys like Nick Diaz. You can't stop crazy.
Carlos Condit is in his way, and Carlos Condit is telling people he's going to knock Nick out. He realizes this guy is not on our team. He realizes this guy is on a team that I personally don't like, you know? It's like fighting an enemy, you know? He doesn't have to work himself up. He's there. I see this fight playing out with Condit coming in there, throwing push kicks, throwing knees, hard shots. He's definitely technical and a tactician. However, he's in a whole nother league now.
Training is the easy part. Once I get out there and I start training, I don't have to think about the fight. When training's over, that's when I don't like to think about anything, and that's when it's hard to shut it down. This is fighting, you know, it's dangerous out there. You're gonna go out there, you're gonna fight, you're gonna get smashed. I would be happy with just going home without any missing teeth.
As pressure starts to mount, that thing goes off on him. Where he's been the underdog all his life, where, you know, people wanted to bully him when he was younger. They wanted to portray him as something he's not. They want to write a script for his life, and that's not the script he wants. And he's fighting against that. And I think as fight time approaches, all of that starts to emerge. It's a focused rage. It's just not chaotic anger. There's a focused rage there. He just realizes this guy's in his way, and he must be eliminated.
I've been the underdog my entire career. People have always counted me out. I don't pay much mind to that. I'm ready for this. I'm nervous and I'm anxious and I'm crawling out of my skin. I think a lot of people are counting me out of this fight, and I'm ready to go in there and spoil their party.
Welcome to high altitude training. It's hard. Carlos just does it well.
Good times.
Come up here and run till you get tired, and then think about our strategy when I don't have much oxygen in my brain and my muscles are burning.
Ooh, Carlos, come on. Come on.
Prepares my body, but also gets me mentally ready for the task at hand.
We get you're almost there. Move me.
There's no way he's gonna run out of air in Vegas.
You're almost there. Move me.
I am dying to get in there and fight. I cannot wait.
The Diaz brothers bring a very, very high pace that a lot of fighters cannot sustain, but you're going to see Nick in there with a fighter who can not just match his pace, but can outwork him.
Jab cross. 4, 3 of them go.
Starting in the side mount.
I think old boy's gonna try to take me down.
Yeah, I think so too.
What are his guard passes?
You know, he's pretty basic jiu-jitsu guard passes from what I remember. He does a little bit of the knee split, but a lot of them's just pinning the leg and hopping over stuff. He's actually more fluid off his back than he is on. He's got a good top game too. But he's more fluid off his back than he is on top. On top is very kind of pinning orientated, very jiu-jitsu-esque.
If I'm over him.
Yeah. He always looks the legs, yeah. Don't worry about what he's doing so much, worry about what you're doing to him. That's what everybody gets in the thing with Nick Diaz, is they always worry, oh, he's on me, it's what Cowboy did, all this stuff. A whole fight, you just worry about him. You're ready.
Fight my fight.
Yeah, exactly. Don't let him get that mental edge on you. You worry about what you're gonna do to him. The whole time we're hunting this guy. Try to finish him every round. See if we can knock his ass out. You know what I mean?
Being the guy that's supposed to lose is a very comfortable and normal place for us. We're from Albuquerque, New Mexico. We've been overlooked for the last 20 years constantly. We have a long track record of disappointing people when they bring us in to lose, a very long track record.
25 seconds.
Fight week, I put on the game face. I just get ready to go do battle. Finally get in there and not hold back and just let it go. Really, I just tell myself to keep my hands up and my chin down and go out there and bury this.
Fight week in Vegas. And as the clock ticks towards Saturday's main event, Carlos Condit is the first fighter to touch down. After settling into his room at Mandalay Bay, UFC mandated obligations beckon several stories below. There are autographs to sign, forms to fill out, and a litany of perfunctory pre-fight business to complete before an impromptu training session in a converted conference room.
You guys want to go to the grocery store? Be in the lobby at those times tomorrow, and they will take you to the grocery store. Weigh-ins are at 4 o'clock on scale at the event center here at Mandalay Bay. Be ready to go by 2 o'clock, though. And your favorite sign right there?
Fighters are creatures of habit, and such deviations from their daily routine are regarded as the most tedious part of fight week. So much so that the usually accommodating Condit has had enough.
Go.
A mile away, after missing 3 flights earlier in the day, Nick Diaz has finally arrived. Ignoring our cameras and declining his official UFC transportation, he catches a cab and heads to the Mandalay. His training is tapered, but for Diaz, the most dreaded part of the process is about to begin.
The exercise is easier, but a lot of the other stuff is harder.
Do this.
You know, I'm not used to training to deal with everything that they're asking of me. I'm not training for that all month, you know, all leading up. I'm just training to fight. A lot of the other stuff is kind of hard for me to deal with, but I'm ready to do whatever we got to do.
And then the last thing is, you have a pick for Super Bowl?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Okay. All right, cool.
Who's playing?
Wednesday morning, and while the rest of Vegas sleeps, Condit and Diaz are well into the most grueling day of their week. Dozens of news outlets have descended upon Mandalay Bay, where the fighters are led through a dizzying array of interviews, photo ops, and media obligations. For Condit, it's laborious. For Diaz, it's hell.
You know, what you see is what you get. I'm not out here trying to put on an act like I'm crazy. In my opinion, everybody else is crazy out of their mind. They're the ones putting on an act for you. The camera gives them a line and they say it 10 times over again, and they turn these guys into these robots.
A lot of the same questions over and over and over. Nick Diaz is the toughest guy that I've ever fought.
The toughest guy that I've ever fought.
I'm not going to make up a new answer for them every single time. Nick is the toughest guy that I've ever fought.
He's probably the toughest guy that I've ever fought.
I'm the only one being realistic about this sort of thing. People want to call me a crazy guy and point the finger and tell me I rant and rave. I'm not out here staging anything. I'm just trying to get through this. You know, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to survive and keep my teeth in my head and my head on my shoulders.
I was up at 8, did an hour radio tour, did a pre-fight interview, did a photo shoot, I did a media workout, did a bunch of interviews after the media workout, did another interview after that. And now here I am doing another interview.
When the dust has settled, the fighters have crisscrossed the complex for an exhausting 12 hours. And then it's time to work. Each fighter heads back to the gym for a late-night workout on the eve of tomorrow's official fight press conference. One last tune-up before the final countdown begins.
I love to fight in Vegas. You know, I've never lost once in Las Vegas. Every time I've come here, I've been successful. And, you know, I plan on keeping that winning record going. I'm hungry and, you know, I'm ready to fight.
This isn't a joke. I'm not staging a little act. This is not for fun. This is not a side thing. This is fighting. I'm not going to be the same fighter you saw the last time around. I'm going to have stepped it up a notch. I don't think that the fans out there, the viewers, need to see anything more than what I'm bringing to the table. This is as real as it gets. I'm not going to smile for the camera. That would be crazy to start believing in myself and thinking, oh yeah, I'm the biggest part of the show and all happy me and everybody loves me and I'm the superstar. That's crazy. That's some right there. That's the last thing I'm going to believe. All I'm going to believe is I'm coming to whoop somebody's ass.
One position you don't want to be in, and that's standing across the octagon from me. The only thing that stands between me and that belt and, you know, everything that I've worked so hard for is Nick Diaz. He's my enemy right now.
Thursday morning, Carlos Condit and Nick Diaz arrive for the official fight press conference, where media from around the globe are assembled to hear the fighters' final public statements before they enter the octagon Saturday night.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming out. We appreciate it. Who's got the first question?
Carlos, so much of the attention has been on Nick and on George St. Pierre as well. Are you going to be fighting with a bit of a chip on your shoulder?
You know, I got a huge task in Nick Diaz. You know, to focus on anything other than that would be a mistake.
Nick, has this week's busyness around the event got in your way at all in terms of your mental preparation?
I'm pretty mentally set. I think, if anything, it taxes your physical preparation on account of, you know, just time in dealing with these people and then, you know, press.
Nick, you talked about in order to be as successful in MMA as you are, you have to love the sport so much that you hate it. Could you explain that mentality?
It's not. That's pretty much says it all. What I said. That's what I meant. You know, and that's what that means. What are these? Who makes these questions up? These questions are seriously. This is not like, what are these? These are all tricks. This is all like... I'm low on water, I'm low on calories, I'm low on food, I'm low on energy, and I'm more so than anything low on patience with anything that takes patience.
Don't move unless you know someone you can move. I bruise just like anyone would bruise. And I know
if you ask me something stupid, then I'm gonna answer it with something stupid. And if I hear myself talk something stupid and I'm really pissed off, depressed, and bent out of shape about it, I might throw a fucking really serious fit for no fucking reason.
this house with our hands and our time, our blood. This summer one day to fall down and rise. You built this house with your hands and your time.
I've been looked over all my life. I've made a career of beating the odds and smashing guys and finishing guys that I wasn't supposed to have a chance against. He's coming to kick my ass. As long as I'm breathing, as long as I'm conscious, I'm coming for him. You know, they're gonna have to carry me out of that octagon. Let him doubt me. Let him doubt me. Ask Nick Diaz. You know, he knows he's in for a fight. I know what I train to do. I know what my abilities are. I'm ready for this fight, and I got a pretty damn good chance of beating Nick Diaz. And, you know, I'm done, bro. Done.